Alessia, we are so happy to have you being back on tour and coming to Montreal at MTELUS on May 4th, 14th, actually. You've got a lot of fans here in Montreal who are so excited. We were giving away tickets to your show, and I got to tell you, there's some hardcore fans who know a lot about you. So, how excited are you to be back on tour, writing, and doing what you love?
I'm so excited. It's been so long. My last tour was in 2019, so I have just been ready, antsy to get back out on the road. And speaking of Montreal, I love Montreal. Every time I play there, the fans are so loud and welcoming and warm, and I just love Montreal in general as well as the people. I love going there. I wrote a lot of my last album in Montreal, so I feel a very deep connection there. And yeah, I'm just excited to get back out. It's been way too long.
Yeah, it has been way too long, and it has been a long time. So, and I'm sure that
Mhm.
you have evolved as a writer. I'm sure you've become more confident. You've had more experience. Life experience plays into your writing. So, I heard some of your music, and I'm already hooked. But what was it about this album? Because you said that this is probably your favorite album that you've ever written. So, what was it about this album that deserves that big, profound statement?
Um, I think I just really took a lot of time with it, first of all. Instead of rushing it, I really just kept going and tweaking it and adjusting it so that it felt perfect. So that is what I'm super proud of. But then on the other side of it, I think, every album that I make, I try to get closer and closer to this sound that I've always kind of been aiming for. And I feel like this album really achieved that. And it feels like a reset sonically. And it just feels like I found a home sonically that feels good for me, that's my own, and that feels really exciting.
Yeah, you were talking about being back on stage and loving Montreal fans. What's that feeling like when you are on stage and you actually hear your fans sing along with you to the songs that you've written?
That's probably my favorite part of touring, to be honest, is getting to see the fans in person, and hear them sing the words that mean so much to you back to you and see how much it means to them. Like that is the most fulfilling feeling as an artist ever. It's my favorite part of touring, so I'm so excited to see which songs people connect to live, and just to hear them sing it with me. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, Love and Hyperbole. We are playing Dead Man on heavy rotation here at the Beat. Um, I listen to Slow Motion and I listen to Isn't It Obvious. I know you're probably talking a lot about Isn't It Obvious because you collaborated with John Mayer about that. So I'm wondering, are we going to get John Mayer on your tour?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
I mean, I might have to track him down and see where he's at. That would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, no plans as of now, but that would be really cool if I could swing that.
Yeah. I noticed, if I can say, there's more of a confident feeling to your music right now. How are you feeling right now as a writer? Are you feeling more confident?
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely am. Of course, I still have, the insecurities peek through. I think it's very natural for every artist to sort of have that like more shy insecurity. But I do think this time around and moving forward, I feel a lot more solid in my voice as a songwriter and as a singer. And I think it just comes with time and doing this for a while. It's like going to the gym and you keep working out a muscle, you'll get stronger and stronger each time, and it'll get easier to do that. So I think that's how it feels with every album I make. And yeah, I just feel like I'm more of a woman now, and I'm just more secure in who I am, and more confident that I can walk into a room and make something that's good, or at the very least decent. I feel good about that.
I love that you said that and you touch upon about being a woman and confident, because you would think that being a Grammy winning artist that you would already have that confidence, right? So you're like, oh, did it. I'm successful. I'm a Grammy winning artist. I've got all of these amazing songs. I could text John Mayer. He's going to write a song with me, but you're still working on that every day.
For sure. Yeah. Oh my goodness. If that was what happened, then I would have saved myself like 8 years of of insecurity if I would have just felt amazing when I won the Grammy. No, I honestly think, like sometimes when you achieve a lot of things at a super young age before you're confident in yourself, sometimes that can psych you out even more. And you can have this like imposter syndrome, like, do I deserve all this stuff? What does this mean? It can be, if anything, more challenging to navigate. So yeah, like I definitely struggle with it all the time. Um, just as a person in general. I think it's normal just being a young woman in this day and age to have insecurities and to kind of sometimes struggle navigating it. But the good thing is I'm pretty stubborn, so I can kind of like, sometimes when there's expectations placed on me, I try to do the opposite thing just because I'm stubborn. I think that's kind of kept me grounded my whole life, and I have great people around me as well that lift me up but also keep me grounded at the same time. So it's good. It's a good balance.
I can relate to that stubbornness, but I think it's because we're Calabrese, right? You and I both are Italian. We've got that background. That's where
Oh, for sure.
the testadura comes from, right?
Yes, 100%, a million percent. You feel me then. Yes, it's definitely the Calabrese in me that's like,
So
yeah.
you are fluently Italian speaking as well, right?
Yes, yeah.
Did you ever think of singing in Italian?
I have thought about that. Yeah, I mean, I've done a few collaborations with Italian artists where I sing in Italian, but I have kind of thought about the idea of writing a full album in Italian. I just find that it's a little bit harder because it's not a natural thing for me to write in Italian and find all the rhyme schemes and to find my voice as an Italian writer. But I mean, it would be a cool challenge. I'm sure my mom and my whole family would be very excited about that. So who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure they're already very proud of you, but maybe we can have like your rendition of a Sarà perché ti amo or something like
Oh,
that.
love that song. Yeah, my grandparents would be over the moon about that.
Right. Can we just talk about how you and John came together to record? I know that he's a huge fan of yours, but that again is no surprise to you because you have a lot of big accomplished singers like Adele and John Mayer who are such fans of yours. So how did you come together with John?
Um, Honestly, he has been so nice to me throughout my entire career. I had the chance to speak with him very early on. He was always like just so supportive of me as an artist, and person. And so I knew that like I had his like contact information over the years, and I always wanted to work with him, but I just didn't want to like use that card until I felt like it was like the right time because I don't want to just, you know, bother people or whatever, or feel like I'm using someone. So I kind of kept it in my back pocket. And once I wrote this song, it just felt like he would be perfect on it. Like, I don't know, something about the sonics of it just felt like it fit into his world. And so I just asked him, I threw it out there, texted him really quickly, and just like didn't want to look at my phone because I thought he was honestly just gonna politely decline, and I was ready for that. But he was so down and so kind and generous with his time and his energy. And we got into the studio together. So the Jakob, the producer, and I got to like see him work on this solo in person right in front of him. It was the coolest experience ever. He's a legend. So I feel very, very honored that he would even give me the time of day.
I bet. But I mean, he obviously he praises your work. I mean, we saw some behind the scenes on your socials that you let us into. So we saw some of the behind the scenes making of it. Who are some other people that you kind of have on in your pocket in the back that you would love to collaborate with but haven't used the card yet?
Um, I mean, I have like my dream people that I don't know would ever actually happen. I have no way of even contacting them. I don't think they would ever do it. But like my dreams, if we're just shooting for the stars, like I would love to work with Stevie Wonder or Paul McCartney or Stevie Nicks. Chris Martin of Coldplay would be amazing. Like these are just people that I have grown up listening to that are just like top of the top legends. Don't think it'll ever happen, but I'll just say it. Who knows?
You're manifesting it. I mean, you
Yeah,
manifested John Mayer and it happened. And your career
exactly.
is just like it's amazing because I see all the music that you've recorded, all the people that you've collaborated with, and your writers, your co-writers too. Like you mentioned Paul McCartney, we mentioned Adele. These are people that you admire, but people have worked with them as well. So you're putting yourself like you're working with the people who are going to make this help and make it happen for you.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I guess it's like, I guess this industry is a very small industry too. So, so many people that I've worked with have worked with other people and everyone kind of knows everyone. It's a very small, it feels like such a vast world, but it's actually quite small.
Yeah.
But I guess that imposter syndrome again. You just think like, no one would ever want to work with me, but I got to get that out of my head. I just have to
Yeah,
think
for sure.
positively.
So you said your last album you did the majority of writing in Montreal. So where did you do your writing and your inspiration? Where did it come from for Love and Hyperbole?
Honestly, I was a little bit all over the place for this one because COVID was over, so I was allowed to just travel everywhere and fly. So I went to London. I did a lot of it in England. I did some of it in Miami, a lot of it in Nashville, Los Angeles. So I was kind of all over the globe for this one.
Okay, so there's a lot of inspiration that is going into it. I can't wait to see
Mm.
you on stage. Can't wait to see you in Montreal. First thing you're going to do when you come to Montreal.
Oh my gosh. I love going to Old Port and feeling like I'm in Europe. It's my favorite place. I love all the coffee shops there, all the restaurants. You guys have some of the best food and coffee shops. So probably go straight to Old Port, hang out there. What else? I don't know.
It does have a European flair, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I just love eating and drinking there. It's the best.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll inspire more music for you too, because apparently something here makes you feel inspired and motivated to write music.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love it there for sure. I'm gonna bring a notepad just in case.
And if there's one thing that you can say to like fans who are admire you for like your work ethic. I know my daughter, right? She's started musically learning how to play piano. She wants to learn how to play guitar. She's 14
Oh,
years old, etc.
amazing.
For your fans who are kind of like wanting to follow in your footsteps, what kind of advice would you give to them that you know now that you didn't know then?
Oh man, there's so many things I would say. I think, this industry is very fun and exciting and all of that. And of course, it's been a dream of mine for a while and I'm very grateful. But I do think there's this element to it that can be challenging on your mental health, especially, as a young woman. There's a lot more expectations. It's a little bit more of an uphill battle and it can be challenging. Things don't always go linear like this. It's very much, there are peaks and valleys. There's going to be moments where you don't feel as on top as other moments. And I think like during those peaks and valleys, it's super important to not let that affect your view of yourself or to depict or validate how good you are or how worthy you are. So I would just say to anyone starting out, if it doesn't happen right away, or if it happens and then it goes away and comes back or whatever, do not let those peaks and valleys change the way you feel about yourself. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to take care of your mental health first. I think that's most important. And no accolade or award or fame is more important than taking care of yourself. So that's what I'd say.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for making so much time with us. And
Thank you.
you are going to be coming to Montreal and tell us May 14th. Can't wait to see you back on stage and doing what you do best, which is entertain and just write the most relatable music ever. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for talking with me.
I appreciate you. Thank you.